Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Happy Sunday! It's 2 days in a row that I've streamed. How about that? So, today, our lovely flight is going to take us from here at Duxford. We're going to fly over Schiphol, make a landing in Dusseldorf, and then make our way back to Duxford. It's about a 2-hour round-trip flight. Good afternoon, Viber. But the flight's going to be a little bit interesting because we're flying in nothing more than the DC-6. Not just any DC-6 though, it's painted up as the Memphis Belle. So our good friend Jay Winokur streamed a nice Spitfire flight this morning. Flew around the south of England. We took off at Biggin Hill, flew down to Duxford, then landed over near Duxford. So today we're going on a MAK bombing mission, as it were. Although we're going to land at Dusseldorf instead of drop ordnance, because, well, this is a DC-6 that only looks like a B-17. So yeah. So this is the PMDG DC-6A, the cargo variant. We have a nice goose over there. So it's morning here in Duxford in the sim. Of course, in real life, it's getting quite dark because it's evening time. Hey Draco, how you doing, dude? Hope you're well. We're just getting started here in Duxford. Just kind of going over the game plan. This gets a pass for being a Gikna. I'm tired. Just been really exhausted lately, but in good spirits and happy to be back streaming again. After taking about a week off, letting Murph cover the update and the Xbox version. I can't cover the Xbox version because I don't have an Xbox. Well, I don't have the Series X or S. So yeah, we're gonna take this. We're gonna fly over Dusseldorf, over Schiphol, land in Dusseldorf, watch some landings, and then we're gonna come back to Duxford. Yeah, pretty much there, Draco. So yes, we are here in the beautiful DC-6 from PMDG. And we're going to get this thing going. Well, if you've got any of the fighters, the Spitfire or the Corsair or the P-40, those work. Bombers need an escort.
Oil coolers and cow flaps. Auto in position. Fuel and fluids. Checked. Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios. Checked. Doors and hatches. Closed.
But I know for a fact that the Spitfire has gotten an update since the sim update. The P-40 works fine if you turn off the new interaction model. If you go to the legacy interaction model, the P-40 works just PG. Hey, Joel, how you doing? Spitfire is grand.
Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3. Before start checks complete, start engines.
There's... Ooh.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Good start on engine 3. Starting engine 4. Magnetos, engine selector.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Good start on 4. Going to engine 2. Good start on engine 2. Last engine. Roger that, Dougal. It does look great, doesn't it? That's a good start on engine 1. So all 4 of our engines have successfully been started.
Start selected, press pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Plane benching. Generators and inverters. Check and on. Emergency lights. Armed.
Two-Toe Murphy with the host. Many thanks, my dude.
Removed. After start checks complete.
Alright, our after start checks are complete. There's Draco in a spit. We gotta see where the winds are coming from. So we want to make a right-hand turn. Hey, parking brake off. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the servers are being weird. Speaking of that, I'm going to activate the, hop on the Two-Toe Murphy Join FS server. Just as kind of a backup so you at least see me, sort of. 2,000 RPM. So yeah, Draco, if you jump on the two-tone Murphy Join FS, you should see, because I see you. You're right at the grass runway. I'll pull up to the hold short, and then I'll wait. Got your fire crew or crash response team. Although they look like a couple of fuel trucks. A couple of vans. Set our parking brakes for a minute. Make sure everybody's getting in. It wants to get in. Yeah, they do, Scott. Yeah, they do. You should be able to use an old version, Draco. I would imagine. But I'll get going. I'll meet people in the air. So, while we're here waiting, O2 before takeoff.
First pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carbide. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20. Flaps set to 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gas block released. Free. Detonator. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Breacher locked. Set. Transponder.
DC6 anyway, Muse fan, but you can join in a... We're painted up like the Memphis Belle, so you can join in a Spitfire, you can join in a P40, you can join in a Corsair, or DC6, or whatever you want.
Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Alright, B2 before takeoff checks are complete, so we're going to make our way to taxi into position and hold. that brake squeal though. Alright, so we have our feet firmly holding down the brakes, going for a dry takeoff.
Stabilize. 3 inches, stabilize. Stabilized. Kill flaps. Kill flaps. Kill flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power. Full power set.
Full power set, release brakes. And we're rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep it on the center line, shouldn't be too hard. Wind's right down the runway.
Buzzer rate, gear up. Gear selected up.
We're going to do a quick circle of the field.
Climb power set. After takeoff checklist, please. After takeoff checks complete.
And now we make our way to Dusseldorf. So we're gonna go down to activate that. And we activate the localizer. That'll put us on the GPS route. Now, B-17s would normally fly and cruise between 25 and 35,000 feet. The service ceiling of the DC-6A is a little bit below that, so we're not going to go terribly high. As we say goodbye for a while to Duxford. So I hope everyone's had a good weekend so far. It is Sunday. Getting ready for the upcoming week. The regular stream service here on the channel will hopefully go back to normal this week. I do have a job interview over the phone on Tuesday, so depending on how that goes, you know, streams may go into a bit more of an upheaval, which is unfortunate but necessary. But beyond that, regular service with Two-Tone Murphy will resume tomorrow with the flight in Petra, or to Petra in Jordan, with custom scenery courtesy of one Jeppesen 2001. Why, thank you, Kingsman. Good to see you, my brother. Rally Point, we just took off from Duxford. Hey, JW. Many thanks, Scott and Kingsman. I should do okay. It's just a manufacturing job. It's nothing fancy, but it's going to help pay the bills. You know what I mean? Why, thank you, Jay Winokur. Of course, the shirt representing Dog Company 506 of 2nd of the 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne reenacted. Okay, we're coming up on 7,500. We'll call our cruise altitude there. Come down here to the Gyro Pirate. The Gyro Pirate. A pirate that never falls down. So kind of the opposite of Jack Sparrow. So we'll set cruise at 7,500. So it's not a B-17, but it's as close as we have right now. It works. Roger that, Kingsman. I need to get...
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
Yeah. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. You two need to take a vacation and go out there and see it in action. I'll have to look into that, Scott. Airborne, yeah. We've had them at a reenactment once. Was it 2018, I think? I know they were at one of the reenactments we've done. See, we're sticking in the soup layer. That way the Germans don't see us coming, because we're obscured by the clouds, because that's totally how radar works. We're indicating 214 knots, but it appears our ground speed or true airspeed is 238. I just need added something. Yep. Wireless keyboards. They're awesome. Oh, nice. Thanks, Kingsman. If you hit plane, you'll get a link to the livery if you have the DC-6. So, plane. There's 3 different B-17 liveries, a standard plain U.S. Army Air Force livery that you'd see on a DC-4, and this is one of them. Of course, it's Memphis Belle. I had to pick the Memphis Belle. There's a Blackjack, and then there's one based on Splasher 6's dad's B-17. All available on flightsim.to. Ooh, we got War Hamster in Corsair. Inbound. So we're taking off in the morning because during the war, the Americans would bomb during the day, whereas the British would bomb at night. They did a lot of night bombing raids. The night bombing raids for the British with the Lancasters didn't need to rely so much on a fighter escort to help defend. During the day, however, they needed the fighter escort in order to help defend. But the B-17 was dubbed the Flying Fortress because it had so many gun positions on it, and it could take a beating and keep on going. The B-24, they produced more B-24s, and I think the B-24 had a bit bigger of a payload, but it didn't have as many gun positions, I think. I could be very wrong on that. But the wing design was so thin, it was easy to shoot down a B-24. Whereas the B-17, it could be very hard because, you know, there's stories of B-17s coming out without a nose, half a wing, coming home on one engine, you know, just all sorts of just poor conditions, and they make it back to England. There was even one B-17 that made it to England without its crew. The B-17, according to the crew, the B-17 had been hit, and it was falling apart, and they decided to abandon ship, as it were. They left the plane, or the pilot set the autopilot or gyro pilot, and they all bailed. But somehow the plane made it back to England, and everything seemed to be intact for the most part, other than a rough landing. So it was really curious that, you know, a B-17 made it on its own, essentially, back to England after a mission over Europe. There we see the coast as we go over the sea. Oh, somebody's flying the Captain Scam 777. We got Eric Patterson in a spit off in the distance. Probably not with us at all. Could be. It fit right in. We had Hammy and Draco. Hammy in a Corsair, Draco in a 339. Jaker, we're heading towards Schiphol in the Netherlands, and then we're going to make a landing in Dusseldorf. The route that we're flying is in the stream title, as well as if you type !route, it will give you the entire flight plan for the evening. Yeah, Hammy, that's why I'm also on JoinFS. So I'm on both just for the simple sake of, you know, JoinFS might be a little jittery, but at least I don't keep disappearing. Hey, Biggles, how you doing? East USA. Neil 5, where am I from? I'm from the United States, and Michigan specifically. Ooh, wind change. Ooh, I see Kingsman in an E110. That'll do it. That'll do it, Muse fan. Hey, there you are. Now I see you. Hey, Keen Lafford, how you doing, dude? Good to see you, as always. Old veteran with the legendage giving 5 tier 1 subs to the community, going out to Biggles, Godden77, Keen Lafford, KDUK, and Bad Dog. Many thanks, Scott. Greatly appreciated. You're a true legend, my friend. It's very kind and generous of you, sir. We've got a follow from Sandage 00. Many thanks, dude. We flew with another Biggles this morning with Jay Winokur as Biggles McGinty. And now it's our turn to do the history-age flightage. Kingsman, I am on live weather. Well, many thanks, Sandage. The delivery is available on flightsim.to for the PMDG DC-6. Until we get a proper B-17, it's the closest we can. It's painted up like the Memphis Belle. I believe it was the first B-17 to make it through a full 25 mission tour. The real deal is hanging, or just at least displayed in the United States Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. No worries, Kozaki. Well, Mr. McGinty needs to get in his spit and escort some bombers. Because it won't be long before we're over Dusseldorf. we've got Hammy and a Corsair at 11,000 feet. Draco at 10,000 feet in a 339. Musefan in a DC-6 at 8,300 feet. Kingsman in an E-110 at 6,300 feet. Our current cruise altitude is 7,500. So we'll put our totally vintage World War II tablet off to the side. We're now over the sea on our way to the Netherlands. I don't think it activated any of the lights, so we're gonna go up here. Flashlights, beacons on. If it wasn't for the automated flight engineer, I wouldn't be able to fly this. Honestly, if it wasn't for ailerons into the wind, I wouldn't have this at all. So I'm very grateful. You know, it might be a DC-6 and not a B-17, but it certainly fits the bill. Ah, I could do it. Need to get you the DC-6 there, Draco. Oh, 100% Kingsman. There's a War Hamster flight of 2 in perfect sync. You know, Musefan, I've asked myself that many times, but I think we can get used to it. War Hamster, flight 2. Hip hip. Ah, you're fine. Don't stress too much about it, Kozaki. You'll be fine. Oh, 100% Kazaki. Having the Fireflies flying with is always a grand adventure. Now we just need Chief Flight Mechanic Murphy to join us with the flight. There's Biggles. His fans back. Kingsman's down there in the E110. We're starting to see folks over the Netherlands. Looks like we have some weather to the south. A little bit of extra cloudage. Well, I was trying to figure out, I was going to go to Frankfurt, then I thought the flight would end up being too long. And now I feel like Dusseldorf was a little too close. So who knows, maybe we'll do a divert on the way back and we'll land at Casement. We'll see. Schweinfurt. Yeah, there's a lot of options I was looking at to go over. Strasbourg. You know, I tried looking up flight routes from different missions of back in the day and couldn't find any, and I was tired, so I gave up. And I just came up with something. Goodness me. Ooh, weather changed a little bit. Here, check our altimeter. Send the rest of the worst thing, and it's very true. We'll just say it was cloudy and we got lost. Besides, what better place is there to get a pint than Ireland? Cruising at 215. I'm at 210 indicated. Kingston, you may get a little extra ground speed if you go up in altitude a bit. You're always welcome to fly as much as you possibly can, Goblin. You don't have to be there at the start, and you don't have to be there at the finish. Fly what you can, and it's good enough for me. I'm just happy to have folks along. Stretch the arms. Yeah, you should be good to download it, Scott. The servers should be even out. Look at that. It's a good plan, Scott. Remove host rate limit is not following. Many thanks, dude. We're here flying to Skipple. We took off in Duxford. We're going to make our way over Skipple, make a right-hand turn, and head towards Dusseldorf. I don't remember the button it was that unlocks the camera. Found the button that does the thing. Here we have a Muse fan in the PMDG house colors. And the DC6B. there's us again. It was you. I've stopped trying to figure out the livery issues. It is what it is at this point. I don't get it. Maybe I have an out-of-date version. I'm not sure. Yep. Yeah, that's been a constant bug since the update. Yeah, I've stopped trying to figure it out, Draco. None of it makes any sense. It should all work, and then it doesn't. Oh, maybe that was Pickles. Yeah. We shall see, won't we? Oh, we see mainland Europe, specifically the Netherlands. So yeah, I think we were looking at Pickles, not MuseFan. I thought it was MuseFan. Oops. I'm sure they are. A lot of updates need to happen for a lot of things. This was a big update. Although I've done flights in the 182 and it's fine. Yeah. See, I don't do anything but use the automated engineer. And I never have problems. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Yep, it's reversed on a few planes there, he's fan. It is annoying. Oh, there's Miss Fan. I'm doing okay. Making a weekend out of some streaming with the new update. Currently flying from Duxford to Schiphol, and then Schiphol to Dusseldorf. We're flying the Memphis Belle. course, it's a DC6 painted up like a B-17 because it's the best we have right now. So it's the first and so far only 4-engine radial aircraft in sim. So it works out quite well that it's painted as such. You ever give yourself a hand massage and it feels good? Like right in the thumb, the meaty part of the thumb area. We're almost over Schiphol. Looks like we have 4 minutes to the waypoint. We have a ground speed of 242. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember the DC-6's engines were more advanced than what was on the B-17. So don't beat yourself up too much about it. That's true. That's very true, Scott. So, welcome to the Netherlands. We're going to wave to two cats as we fly over Schiphol. Hopefully we get some B-17 soon. That would be kind of nice. Oh yeah, of course, Kingsman. Fly lower. Fly too much lower, and we're just gonna scrape the ground. We're only at 7,500 feet. There's Draco. So welcome to Schiphol. Somewhere around here we have a Two Cats. No, Biggles, we're overpassing it on our way to Dusseldorf. Overpassing? Overflying. That makes much more sense. So somewhere around here is a Two Cats, and we're waving hello, making a lot of noise over his house. I see a Kozaki Flyer. I see Kingsman. I see a Muse fan. Now, I wonder... I wonder... Back in the old droney cam. There's Muse fan in the Thunderfly livery, the Thunderbus. Oh, the Thunderbus is a phenomenal livery. So the Thunderbus livery available at twotonemurphy.com. And then we have ourselves in the Memphis Belle. Hello. It should work with the Steam version. A number of the aircraft that have been released or updated have started asking if you have the Windows Store version or the Steam version, and will automatically install to the right place. Cillian1908, many thanks for the follow, much appreciated. We'll hide me for a minute. Could be live weather, it could be an add-on, it could be a scenery. I'm not entirely sure. That's not happened to me a whole lot. I've gotten a few, but it's mostly been, I had it happen twice, but it's due to weather because I spawned in the same spot and it happened again. Every other time it's been some sort of add-on related or a livery that's caused it. Beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. I've been quite fortunate that I've seen, I've been on the, I guess, good end of the update, especially considering I have an AMD card. MuseFan, are you on the Steam edition? Nope, MS Store. Okay. Gotta find someone with the Steam Edition to help Kingston figure out, because I don't know the Steam Edition, how it's done. I know over on the Discord there's a command that you can type in, I think it's like !community, and it'll give you a breakdown of where the community folder is on each version of the sim. It's not on here. Roger that. How far are we from Dusseldorf? About 17, 18 minutes. AMD car hasn't caused me that much of a problem. Not like. Well, I mean, you've got a better card than I do, and somehow, and Allie had an even better card than the both of us, Scott. I don't know what the deal is. But now, since the update, things have actually been quite fine. Knock on wood. I think there's just a problem with the legacy code. Before they did the whole, Asobo practically rewrote Microsoft Flight Simulator, and whatever they cleared out has fixed a lot of my problems. I kind of feel bad for Allie, because I have a feeling that it would have solved a lot of hers as well, but she went out and bought a new card. It is what it is. Because, don't get me wrong, I was getting to the point where I was really contemplating finding a way to get myself a 3070 or something. But it's just not something that's easy for me to do right at the minute. So, and then the update was imminent, so I figured, well, see what happens with the update, and it's going well so far, knock on wood. I bet it'd do real well, Muse fan. Yeah, that's the other problem is finding an NVIDIA or any kind of graphics card that's not super up priced. The best place to look has been either directly from like EVGA or like Micro Center. Awesome to hear, Goblin. Got Muse Fan in the Thunderbus. We've got Kozaki in a Spit. Druid Zeus in a DC-6. Kingsman in the E110. Well, JW has an EVGA, I think it's the EVGA 3070, and he's been quite pleased with it. Right now, the only fix I really want is the servers to stop blinking out on people, or blinking people out. Uh, 2060 for about 400 pounds. Not a top end card. 2060 still hold up. The 2060 still holds up. Honestly, from what I understand, the 20 series was a really, just even still, a very stout line of GPUs. Oh, there's a Sean Lego Man. No worries. We're gonna actually start descending ourselves. So we'll get the totally accurate
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches. 26
Nope,
inches.
wrong way. Wrong way.
Please. Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On. Engine blower is low. Low. Descent checks are complete.
Certain capture card for the camera and PCs or HDMI. I'm not running a capture card. I'm streaming off the same PCs I used to have Flight Sim on. Which, if I'm honest, has been part of my problems. Murph would be a better answer for capture cards because he's using one for the Xbox at the minute. I don't have really any notable experience with capture cards, unfortunately. Pretty happy with it. They recommend 27, 28 aren't much better. There you go. Well, you figure if the 2060 came out afterwards, they probably found a little bit of refinements here and there with also finding some cost savings. See, I'd love to be able to do that, Kazaki, but it's just I was lucky enough to be able to build the PC I've got and then make upgrades to it. Will unhide me for the descent. But I know a lot of streamers will do the 2 PC setup, and it makes a lot of sense. I think hypothetically I could do it off my laptop, although it's a workstation laptop, but it might be able to do it. But getting a capture card in and of itself is kind of difficult at the minute. Okay, where are we at? 10 minutes out. Distance 40 miles. Some guy going what the Muse channel is. Yeah. Now, there's definitely good points to running a laptop, a good gaming laptop. It's a workstation laptop. I got it for like 65 bucks from my old job, who were selling off or auctioning off some old equipment. It's an old Dell. It's not great. I could probably upgrade a few things in it, but I think I need to get a new battery for it. Hey, Care85, how you doing? Hope you're well. Happy Sunday. Well, there you go, Goblin. Double check our altimeter setting. Good. Stable. I'm gonna wait until 5 minutes out to do the in range. There's Sean Lego Man there. So about 7 minutes out. I think that's where everybody's at. So I think I see a Dougal. So at 2,500 feet, we'll level off. Oh, wrong way. At least we'll try to level off at 2,500 feet. Alright. Well, sorry to hear about the long day. Hopefully a nice bit of flying will soothe the soul, as it were. Roger that. Okay, we are leveled off at 2,500 feet. At 7 minutes, we'll call it in range.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel booster pumps.
You know, if I had been smart, I'd be looking at charts.
On low. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on, crossfeed off. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down. No smoking signs. On. In-range checks complete.
Okay, we are EDDL. EDDL. Three, 7, 8.
Dusseldorf Airport information, contact 0500 Zulu. Wind 230 entry.
Hey, we want runway 23 left.
Ceiling 1,000 feet overcast. Temperature 15.
Hey, they fixed the weather. They fixed the HADIS reporting. I'll be darned.
ILS runway 23 right and ILS runway 23 left in use. Landing and departing runway 23 right and runway 23 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, we should be good. We want that to be pulled down. I had to get. Ooh, that's awful, Dougal. Sorry to hear that. It's a nice wind farm. Cloud layer has definitely lowered. Looks like anybody in the Dusseldorf area is getting a little bit of rain too. 4 minutes out. So we're probably going to cross at midfield, make a left-hand approach over for a left-hand pattern for runway 23 left. Oh, 100% Dougal. I mean, you get a nice DC-6, you paint it up like a B-17 and then escort it with World War II fighters. You can't ask for more. So we'll cross over midfield, hit the landing checklist, and begin our approach. Oh yeah. You gotta love World War II nose art. Can't do that anymore. So it's should be right in there ish. Yeah. It is Kingsman, but it is what it is. I've got a book of notes that they're doing it some aircraft too. Yeah, you're right. It's not the same. Good, bad, or otherwise is up for each individual to decide. But yeah. I'm just glad that the Army went back to the pinks and green uniform. It was so much better. Absolutely, Kingsman. Absolutely. I just got attacked. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and...
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
disable gyro pilot.
20 flaps set. Masters ridge, please. Auto ridge. Pitch just set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down.
Oh wow, that's a cool story, Kozaki. 100%. That's why I do what I do, my friend. Keep history alive.
Gear down and locked. 3 greens. Props. 2400 RPM. 2400 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cow flaps set. ADI. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good. Extending lights. Lights extended and on. RP. Calming cold. Set cold. Before landing checks complete.
Hey, we got friends. Trim that nose up a bit. There's Bad Dog at the approach end of 2-3 left, which is where we'll be landing. It certainly is, isn't it, Kingsman? It's okay, it just makes it even the more interesting. Drop another notch. 30 degrees. I'm gonna make this a short final. Hey, Bad Dog, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I'm trying to do too many things at once. Got one more notch of flaps we can play with. And my ear itches. Might overshoot the approach a little bit. It's okay, we'll make it work. I'll use that last notch of flaps. There's a glide slope. See, I told you we'd nail it. Landing a little late. It's Okay. We're down. Start use brake.
After landing checks complete.
Get off to the side here and we'll watch some landings. Parking brake set. Got Kozaki coming in with the spit. Ah, you silly flight sim. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, that sound, you can hear the distant rumbling of the radials. That's an amazing sound. So 2-3 left is open for landing. Many thanks, Kingsman. Who's okay? Yeah, I can only imagine it would be. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that sound. Here's Drew Zeus. Nicely done. Squirrel Force 1 is down. Whoa! Oh no! What happened? Hang on to her, Muse fan. That was a great landing, Goblin. There's Sean Legoman. Dougal McTavish is in. Nice job by everyone. That was amazing. We got Kingsman coming in. There he is. That is interesting, Muse fan. I wonder what's causing that. That's very odd. Yeah. I do okay, but everybody else is phenomenal with the landings. Don't worry about the bounce, Kingsman. You did good. You got this. There you go. Nicely done. Hang on to her. Whoa, it got squirrely on you. Nice job by everyone. Ooh, there's that nice American Airlines freight. We have 2 Thunder buses. There's Squirrel Force 1 and Squirrel Force 2. We got both the Squirrel Forces. And look at that. We've got Air Force 1 parked at the gate. Oh, we have another one. That's Muse Fan. So, welcome to Dusseldorf. From here, we shall make our way back over Duxford. We're going to go over France a little bit. Or maybe Belgium. I don't remember. We'll start making our way. Making our way downtown. Okay, so that was after landing, so we want before takeoff. No worries, Kozaki. You're providing our escort services, and a nice livery, by the way. Ah, so the glass issue. It's an LOD issue. Okay. I'm gonna have to message this to put this on the save this and send it to Flying Irons. As a bug, and that's what's causing the issue. I think it's an LOD issue. Because if you look, you zoom in close, and the front glass is missing, the rear glass is missing, the canopy's fine. But when you zoom out a little further, it pops back in. So that's a note for Flying Iron. Okay, so parking brake released. Scotty M1221 with the follow. Many thanks, dude. Okay, so we are. There we go. They're going to be good enough for what I need them for. I needed that one specifically for, or 2 of them specifically for Flying Iron, so that they can address it. Because it seems to be a bit of a bug. It's a pleasure to serve, or to have served. So I'm not in anymore. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, nice. Can't wait to see those, Kozaki. We're taxiing a little fast. Pulling right behind Bad Dog. Let everyone catch up. Whoever models a Wildcat better not make us. I would certainly hope not, because that would be woof. Got Burrito 1312 with the follow. Mate, thanks, dude. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Painkiller Station, driver operator machine. Let's face it, I was. Oh no. There's Dougal. Got Kozaki making his way down. Sean Legoman's on his way. Kingsman over on the 2-3 right. Ah. No worries. No worries. Goblin. Wow, my brain just blanked there for a second. We're not going anywhere for a minute. We'll wait for you. Tried to resub, not sure it worked. Hey, Spitfire RF 100, how you doing? Well, we'll see. We'll see, Duo. It's Reese Chandler. How you doing, dude? DC6 is running oh so smooth. We just flew from Duxford to here in Dusseldorf after flying over Schiphol. We're now going to make our way back over Belgium, on our way back to Duxford, overfly. We may do a landing at Duxford, and then we're going to make our way to Casement Aerodrome Baldonnel in Ireland. I'm doing well, Reese. I hope you're doing well also. Yes, they did, Dougal. Waiting on Goblin. We'll taxi into position, hold again. Right on. Know that feeling, my dude. Know that feeling very well. So, just creep our way off to the runway. How am I not overheating? I'm keeping the RPMs low and the cowl flaps are open. So the cowl flaps keep the airflow going through the engines, and I have them at a low RPM, that way they're not producing as much heat. Reeds, this time I'm GPSing it. I have done some flights off stream in this VOR to VOR, but I wanted to make a flight. Oh dear, there's Muse Fan. Oh no. Well, I guess I shouldn't have pulled out on the runway. That's my bad. And we got Goblin. Alright. We shall let Muse Fan reset his position. And we're gonna get ready to fly. Yeah, and just this is my first time streaming the DC6 too. Take off, try. I love this airplane so much.
Stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set.
No, you're good.
Full power, please.
I kind of figured that's what you're doing, Muse Fan. On the brakes for full power.
Full power set.
Full power set. Releasing brakes. And we're rolling. Keep her as close to the center line as we can. We're up. A little bit of a crosswind. Trying to stay on runway heading.
Gear up, lights out, flaps up. Flaps going up.
That trim out. Do a quick circle of the field, as we do. Let's look at that. Isn't that cool? Out of curiosity, Muse fan, have you completely uninstalled the DC6, reinstalled it just to see if that fixed something? Can't hurt. Ah, interesting. Muse fans up, so we're gonna go ahead and get our, where's the button? All along, final prep, round out, flare, look at that weather, though. My goodness. So we're going to stop at 6,005, which is right here. And we'll over here and set cruise.
Setting cruise power.
Come on. There you go. Look at that. There's Benevolt joining in the flight. So we still have Benevolt, Dougal McTavish, Kingsman, Kazaki Flyer, Sean Legoman, Muse Fan, Druid Zeus is up ahead, along with somebody, Bad Dog somewhere. He might be disappeared at the minute, but I know he's there. So we are on our way to the waypoint of MAK, Mike Alpha Kilo, on our way back to Duxford. Look at that. That's so cool. Get my ugly mug out of the way. Look at that. It's so good. Yes. I would say so, Dougal. Oh, causing problems. Absolutely, Kingsman. Yeah, Reese, it's. I think there's some sort of bug going on. Because everything's fine until he gets the nose wheel, and then it just, or gets the mains down, and then it just wants to go left. It's really weird. I mean, when we landed, we had a slight crosswind, but it wasn't anything serious. Let's see, it's fair, but yeah, no. As soon as his main gear, once he touched down, it would just veer left for some reason. See if I can do this right. Look at the weather we're getting into. Oh boy. It's so good. Yeah, it'll mute it in the VOD, but I don't care. I've got to play. Need to play a song. I had to do it. Do it. It's kind of cloudy. That's right. I had to do it. I had to play the theme. You know, to heck with copyright. I had to play the one song. Look in the gallery. Very nice. Yeah, it does, kind of, doesn't it? The Condor. That's a thick cloud. That's a 3C thick cloud. There. Oh wow! Look at that hole we're in. Let me zoom out. Holy cow, look at that. Fix the wheels down bugs. That is a weird bug. I was flying with JW last night in the Spitfire, kind of pre-flying part of the route he did this morning, and his wheels are down. It's weird. I mean, there's a few. Out of all the issues that we have right now after Sim Update 5, I can live with it because I can run the sim and not have to worry about you-know-what's happening all the time and interrupting the stream and whatnot. I'll happily take the trade of sim performance over a couple of little bugs like that, I'll be honest. Yeah, the weather's got us surrounded. Yeah, 88. For me, it's smooth as Kerrygold, and it's stable. And I'll take gear being down to have that. 100% every day of the week. I'll take it. We're hiding from Jerry. We're making it hard for them to find us, so we can make our way back home to Duxford and then on to Ireland. Look at that. It's a Dougal. We found a Dougal. We'll be landing at Echo India Mike Echo. Yeah, Casement Aerodrome Baldano. And then to the bar. Then after that, I'll probably be taking a nap. I'm a wee bit pooped. It certainly is, Goblin. Yes. Yes, Reese. Casement Aerodrome Baldano. Home of the Irish Air Corps. Former home of Two-Tone Murphy. Because Two-Tone said he was going to buy the drinks since he's not flying with us at the moment. He's probably testing out the P-38. Amongst other things, which I'm super, super jealous of. P-38, as dubbed by the Germans, the fork-tailed devil. There we got a Kozaki coming in. You can't see him because he's behind the webcam. Oh, he probably is watching. That's why I like mentioning Two-Tone every now and then. Kind of razz him a little bit. Because Two-Tone Murphy's an awesome dude. He's really fostered a nice home, as if you will, for flight simmers. That's in a nice, welcoming and relaxed atmosphere. And well, if he's not here listening in, I mean, still mean what I said. Oh, we better quit talking bad about him. We saved that for the hanging out with the Thunderflies on the voice chat. We save it for then. No, Two-Tone is just... This community has been phenomenal. Being a part of it's just been a real privilege. I never had a community in the flight sim world, and it's been years since I had any kind of online community in any kind of regularity. The most I've had since 2013 was the costuming group, and that was less online and more real world. We just used online stuff to coordinate. The sim racing community that I was a part of in the 2000s kind of fell apart, splintered off. And then almost a year ago, Microsoft Flight Simulator released. I found Two-Tone Murphy, and this community has been absolutely fantastic. Cool. The direct track brings you up over Shropshire. Give me a wave as you pass between Welshpool. You got it. Yeah, I just have to echo what Kingsman and Scott has said. It's been phenomenal. I think that's a song for the Pacific Theater. Oh, look at this. It's very true, JW. I've known you since 2013. It's been, what, 8 years? It's felt like 16. I have watched videos for my husband. Well, Dougal, that's why we're here, but you've helped lift mine. And speaking of Dougal's, again, part of SimWings. SimWings is a phenomenal organization that helps provide the less fortunate that wouldn't otherwise be able to access Flight Sim for one reason or another, and provides them with the opportunity to get into Flight Sim. And SimWings has been kind enough to offer me and some other streamers the ability to do a giveaway that we'll hold here in a week or two on the channel once everything gets sorted out and I figure out how to do giveaways. So look forward to that on the channel. The prizes will be announced shortly before the giveaway stream. But Dougal's he's such an amazing dude, and you know, Simwings itself on its own is a great organization with a great mission, and you know, I'm glad to know Dougal. I've met so many wonderful people from, you know, the UK and Ireland and the rest of Europe. And hopefully one day I get to meet in person. You know, we're planning on doing a U.S. get-together at Oshkosh next year. I'd love to be able to travel to Europe. A lot of obstacles before I can do that. As Dirty South 009 is now following me. Thanks, dude. Hope you enjoy the flight. We're flying from Dusseldorf back to Duxford, England, and then on to Casement Aerodrome, Baldonnel in Ireland. We're just talking about how wonderful our little community is, and you know, all the wonderful things that they've done, and the entertainment value, the just absolute awesomeness that is our community, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Let's see to see the nav lights. Of course, Kingsman, just got to be able to make it there and back. Yep. But it's such a lovely community, and as much as he doesn't want to take credit for it, without Murph's channel, I don't think we would have all met. At least not initially or as soon as we did. So a lot of credit goes out to Two-Tone Murphy for his channel and the way he streams and the way he is. He's just, you know, with the way he's done things, he's allowed us to meet each other and, you know, create friendships that don't care about oceans and borders and that sort of thing, and it's just phenomenal. Heck yeah, Kingsman, that'd be awesome. EGGP is great to land at under 2 tons. I've taken off a couple of times in the sim at Liverpool. It's a nice one. Last night I flew from Liverpool down to Biggin Hill. That was a nice flight to spit through iffy weather. We are Kingsman. We're just one big family. Yeah, you know, and that's, politics sucks. It's one thing to have a good political discussion amongst rational people, but it's very hard to do. So it's just easier just to not have it discussed. Yeah, if you want to talk politics with people, take it to a deep, direct message and hash it out there. We just have we're here to have fun and have a good time, and you know, we've already got to deal with real life enough. We need an escape, and that's what this flight sim is for a lot of people, including myself. So we keep it light, we keep it fun, and it's awesome. Yes, we are Kingsman. Absolutely, Dougal. Absolutely. Yeah, and it get dangerously close to politics when you talk about World War II. So kind of need to tread lightly there, but at the same time, it's an important part of history and it needs to be brought up from time to time and remind people what happened, good, bad, and otherwise. A lot of things were done that weren't great, but it was for the greater good to stop a very, very large evil. And people need to remember what happened. Well, exactly right, Reese. It's one thing to have a conversation, but when it devolves into name calling and when you start saying, "Well, this is my opinion and this is why it's right," then it's not a conversation anymore. And it's important to have a good political discourse. It's just difficult to get that and maintain a mature level about it. Captain Seppi is in the house. How you doing, my dude? Yeah, I took the week off. I let Murph do his thing. He's a much better face for the new Xbox users than me. So I kind of took the week off, as it were. I heard a spit. Where did he go? Where did he go? So I took the week off and did a little stream yesterday. Doing another stream today. The rest of the week's kind of up in the air. I have a job interview on Tuesday. So that could really shake up the Colonel Fork channel and its streams. Hope you're well, my friend. We were there for each other, Kingsman. Hey, thanks, Reese. Thanks, Captain Seppi. It's not a fancy job, but it's going to be one that helps pay the bills, you know what I mean? No, you're just keep on where you're at, Dougal. Don't deviate, you're just fine where you're at. Bad Dog, it's just a manufacturing job, putting together hospital beds and that sort of thing. Nothing fancy, but not everybody can have the fancy high-dollar jobs. I'm good with I'm happy with good, honest labor. As Gabri Ponte Officier is now following. Many thanks. Hope you enjoy the flight. I think we're over Belgium by now. Let's see. Yes, it's the update. Found MSFS do that, but yeah, it's a weird bug. I think it's just some server overload issues. Trying to figure out Xbox and PC and this and that. I'm sure they'll get it sorted out. It's just in the meantime, it's kind of annoying. I am, in fact, on the Join FS, the Tuto and Murphy Join FS server. You lose the name tags, and it's a little jittery at higher speeds, but there's no disappearing. So it's a bit of a trade-off. So I am on both the East USA server and the Join FS, or the Tuto and Murphy Join FS server. Thanks, Bad Dog. We've got to be over Belgium by now, if not France. Oh, let's check the old thingaroo. Oh, look, we're about a minute from our turn. Let's see. Range. Might be over France by now. That works too, Dougal. As the saying goes, some people live to work, some people work to live. I, for one, live to work, career aspirations are big on my list, and push myself to be the best I can in that sense, but everyone has such pauses. I'm of the mindset of finding joy in whatever I do. Turn here, Dougal. Start your turn. I've had some, I don't want to call them menial jobs per se, but most of my jobs have been just general jobs. And it's important to find, you can't always find the job that you enjoy, so I find it important to find joy in your job, no matter what you're doing. There's always a silver lining somewhere. Heading, Dougal, it should be on the bottom of the screen, 292 degrees. Bearing is 300, direct is 300, track is 294. That's probably for wind. But you're still off my left wing. And it's the thing of it is, sometimes you got to find a job that pays the bills. You can't always get the job you want. Not that you should ever stop aspiring for it, but sometimes it's sometimes you just gotta shift priorities a little bit. Lambing, nice. Best job was selling ice cream, but put on the pumps. Yeah, I believe it. So far, my favorite job was when I was still in high school. I worked at a local airport. I was line service. I'd work around airplanes. I had a similar job back in 2016. Lasted 6 weeks, and I got let go for no explicable reason. And it was devastating because I loved the job. Being around airplanes is just amazing for me. If I could do it again, that'd be awesome. But again, I've got the bill collectors don't care where the money comes from. They just want their money. I am 36, Scott. It's always easier to get a job when you have one for some reason, so just having a job is a great start to getting away. Yeah, absolutely, Captain Savvy, absolutely. And clouds. Now all I see is Doodle's name tag and lights. That's nice. So a sense of desperate. It's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side, but you still got to mow it. There you go, Doodle. You're just about on my wing. Yeah, it figures. I appreciate the lookout, though, Scott. That's true. You're not wrong. There's a Renoir in a spit. Yeah, this is just such a cool flight. And what makes it better is flying with friends. You're not wrong, Rees. The problem is it's a government organization, so they can almost get away with whatever they want, unfortunately. I meant they pay the bills. Yeah, it's what it is. Sometimes you just gotta pay the bills. Oh, we got an anger nerve in a spit. Hello, anger nerve. You're only at 214 feet, so you're probably on the ground somewhere. But hello anyway. I do believe Anger Nerve is one of the mods on the MSFS official channel. Top cover we have it. Roger that. I got Kozaki there. Bad Dog in a TBM. Sean Legaman in a DC-6. Got Muse Fan in a DC-6. There's probably other folks flying along that I just can't see. Stuff and Spit. Yeah, I've seen that one. There's Kingsman and a TBM, Druid Zeus and a DC6. Adoring Birch 58, 458 and a 208. Mark Speed 3 and something. Of course, a Dougal McTavish and a DC6, a Benevalt and a TBM. I knew you were, but sometimes you might blink out just because of the way the servers are, Kingsman. But now I got you right there. There's a Jay Whitaker. Who's that guy? So it's actually more to do with being working enough years to retire before you're forced out. ECC age out 56. So found out that you get the hardest training. Experience just 5 fires. Aha. It figures. Dougal, you're just lagging behind a little bit, but you're still on the right course. Just hold that heading and you should be good. Biggles McGinty reporting as ordered. I said, dear boy, it's about time you got in the air. Be on the lookout for Jerry on a return trip home. Muse fans following Dougal. Dougal's following me, but I keep disappearing on him. Sounds like Biggles McGinty is having it out with the grounds crew, getting his Spitfire ready. They come from the sun, dear boy. Never fly straight for more than 30 seconds. Daga, 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 daga. What is the gosh dang hold up, Mr. Sobel? A fence, sir. A barbed wire fence. Well, that dog just ain't gonna hunt. Roger that, Captain Seppi. Dinner sounds amazing. I'm getting hungry myself. Yeah, I need to sit down and watch Battle of Britain on DVD so I actually get the German subtitles of what they're saying. They have it on YouTube for free, and it's great. The problem is there's no subtitles when the Germans are talking, and they're talking in German, and I haven't had a German class since 2004. I am very rusty on my German. I can pick out bits and pieces, but that's it. "100% Kingsman." Dougal says it's 11:15 p.m., but now I need food. Remember, flies spread disease, so keep yours closed. Is that dust on your jump wings? How are you gonna fight the Huns with dust on your jump wings? Heavens to Murgatroyd. That's two completely different things. Isn't hungry yet. I'll tell you when I'm gonna. Oh dear. Spontaneous cooking can be some of the funnest cooking though. There's Jay Wynn. Jwin. Let's see, we've got half hour. Maybe we won't go to Ireland. Okay, so we're going to skirt some moisture, according to the next rad. So we're probably going to stay in the clouds for a while. That'll give us cover from the Germans. We are over the channel, though. We have a direct crosswind, but it appears to be at only about 5 knots. That's not bad. There's the channel down there. Hide me for a little bit. Ooh, that is a thick cloud. Thick. Look at that. Roger. Coast in view. Just nuts. Squirrel flight. Have you in sight. On our left wing. Pilot Officer McGinty, get up there, get close in on formation. There's Beneval. Oh, dude, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. I'd like to even do that with the DC-6. Get as many DC-6s as we can, get in decent formations, because with the DC-6 it's not that hard because you just need groups of 4 and it's just, that's a bomber formation. At B-25 it's, I mean, yeah. Close in on there, Biggles. There's Squirrel Leader with the epic wing wave. Hey, Sergeant Staff, how you doing? Close in, Biggles. Oh, mosquitoes would be epic. There's no wrong answer. You say add this, it'll be epic. I'm hearing good things about the progress of the P-38 though. So mere weeks. The flight's going phenomenal. We're on our way back to Duxford, England from Dusseldorf. Just don't touch anything new, you'll be fine. Kingsman 9965 with the Legendage gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community, going out to Belbro, USA PR1, Sergeant Staff, Hell's Deep, and Viper Strike. Many thanks, Kingsman. You are a legend and a true gentleman. My brother, I salute you and thank you. It's very, very kind of you, my friend. Oh, we got Renai in a spit. We got 2 spits and 2 DC-6s. Double rainbow, what does it mean? Oh, too much. Enough. There we go. It's a little chopped off on the stream, but it's fine on my screen. So do not fret. It means a lot, Kingsman. It really does. You've got my back, and I know that, and I've got yours, and you know that. Hey, USAPR1, how you doing? The only thunder I hear are these radial engines. It's beautiful radials. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's so amazing. Just look at it. I love both the liveries we got going on right now. It's Spitfire flight. Oh, there we go. There's Renoir. Good show, chap. Ooh, Dougal's getting a little close. No worries, my friend. We'll wait for Dougal to adjust himself. Nice. I did get on the Captain's Fleet. I missed Captain Seppi's stream, and I'm real bummed about it, but I'm glad it was epic. Isle of Wight. Are we over the Isle of Wight? It looks kind of green. Well, it certainly is the Isle of Wight, isn't it? Or no, is that's not Dover. What the heck are we? Echo Golf MC. So we're actually over what is it, South End. We should start our descent. Look at the hey Dougal! You're close enough I can wave to your passengers. Alright, so what an epic flyback was that?
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches.
altimeters and flight instruments.
Oh dear. Flew into LAX. No, it's not. Is this the same plane he had? Potentially, yes.
TCM checks are complete.
We're definitely not over Dover. Dover's further south. Yeah, they did, Sergeant Staff. They did phenomenal. So London is off in that direction where all those name tags are. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, Dougal. I want to say that we're near Southend. London Southend. Or Southampton, that's it. Look at that. Look at that. Dougal, yes, we're going to make a landing at Duxford. Okay, how far out are we? 10 minutes out. Gloucester. Okay, we can send a bit more rapido. Roger that, Dougal. Look at that weather that we flew through. Can't imagine that the winds have changed an awful lot. The EGSU. Well, that's not helpful. Well, all right. So we're just going to assume that we're going to land on the same runway that we departed from, which was the one, I think it's 27. Let's see, it's 3,500. We'll wait until 2,500. Two four left, Roger. 24 should be 24 right. Left is the grass runway. $2,500. Make sure that we're going to get the right altimeter setting first. And bam. I think you got it backwards, BS fan, because the grass runway is in between the asphalt runway and the ramp. You have a good one, Sergeant Staff. Enjoy your dinner. Hopefully it's tasty. Glad you enjoy it, Dougal. Glad you enjoy it, my friend. Alright. At 6 minutes out, we're in range.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel booster pumps.
You have a good night, Kingsman. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for the gift subs. It means a lot to me, and you stay well
Fuel tanks
and take care of your arm,
Mains
and we'll
on,
see you next time.
off. Hydraulic bypass belt. Down.
Get on Discord sometime,
No
Kingsman.
smoking signs.
Good. It's a good place where we can chat.
In-range checks complete.
God bless you too, Kingsman. You take care of yourself. Five minutes. I know I look like a crazy person going like this all the time. There's a gnat flying around. And I'm a crazy person. So it all kinds of works out. There's a closed down airfield. That's definitely an old base. I can tell you that much. Couldn't tell you what one. But it definitely was one. Minutes out. Let's see, so it's probably up there. Roger. That looks like it right there. So we're gonna go ahead and should be stable enough for the minute, and I don't need that. Well, a little bit of correction.
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20. flaps. 2400 RPM. 2400 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cow flaps set. ADI. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good, extending lights. Lights extended and on. Carbine. Carbine cold, set cold. Before landing checks complete.
Alright. Huberg is now following. Many thanks, dude. Hope you enjoy what's left of the stream. We're about to land back at Duxford after our bombing run. We took off from Duxford, flew over Schiphol in the Netherlands, landed at Dusseldorf. Then we departed Dusseldorf, headed over Belgium and a little bit of France. And we're here back in Duxford. The asphalt runway, whichever one that is. I want to say it's 24 right. Because the grass runway is in between the ramp and the asphalt runway. Okay, not 24. We want to go to the other one then. I have no idea what direction we're at. So that end. 05, I guess, or 06. According to the windsock, it's not going to matter. So 06 right. There's got to be something goofy going on with your thing, Muse fan. Is it just the DC-6 that does it, or does it do the same thing in other planes? Just the DC-6. Interesting. If I were you, I would maybe get in touch with PMDG and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Other people have seen it. I don't know what the deal is, and say, what can you do to help? Kozaki is down. Going to be a lovely weather for landing. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Maybe post on talk to Murph. He's good at troubleshooting that stuff. I'm just at a loss. I don't know. My knowledge is on this kind of stuff. Roger Kozaki. Oh, hey, Muse fan. Them brakes. Yeah. Well, part of it's also I'm not familiar with England at all, so north, south, east, west, it's all kind of Greek to me. And without having a weather information to go off of, I was guessing. It is what it is. I mean, we all made it safely down. Yeah, you kind of landed with a tailwind. It makes landings a little more difficult, so we're going to stop here for catch some landings. Hopefully. Oh, I wish that... So, but why'd you make it so that you can't move the mouse when you're moving the controller? Very nice, Dougal. It certainly was. We're going to taxi over to the museum because... Yeah, you can't see the museum from there. We're going to keep taxiing down because... Well, we've got to get a group photo. And doggone it, I need to shut these down, these big old engines down properly. Oh! Druid Zeus is it. Hang on. More landings. Druid Zeus and Sean Legoman. Holy crap, I saw multiplayer dust. Look at that! Look at that! Dust! From a multiplayer airplane. It's just at a far distance. And I almost missed Druid's landing. Nicely done, Zeus. Oh, hold on to her. Oh, Druid, you turned the wrong way. We're on the other side. Nicely done. Right over the center line. All right. Look at that. We'll let Sean Legaman actually, this angle is going to give it the best shot because it's going to get the hanger. Will hide me, so if anybody wants to grab it from the stream. Let Sean Legaman get parked up. There's Kozaki. Bad dog it. Pull up next to the spits. If you can hear me. Let's look at that. Is that not epic? Yes. MuseFan, it's available. It should be available on flightsim.to. That's where I got it. I'm gonna have to get one without Bad Dog because of zoomage. Just look at that. Let's get it from the other perspective. That's a building. That's inside of a building. Right on. Let's see. I got a. That all being said, thank you so much for flying along with me today for my first take of, my first real spin in the DC-6 on stream. I do really appreciate you all coming along. Keep me company in the chat. The gifted donations, the gifted subs, it means the world to me, guys. Even just being able to share this is just huge. So thank you all for coming along and keep me company on these flights. We're gonna do a raid, see who's on. Gonna get rid of this screen. So we'll see who's on, who's on, who's on, or so. Flights with Joel is on? Is he? Yes, he is. So stick with us for the raid. If I can type it in right, because fat fingers. Thank you all again so very much for coming along with me for the gifted donations, the new follows. Everyone, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. So until the next time, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. Take care.